there guys, it's me, devianamagenta. I've got a very special fairy tale for you today. My friend Simon from the internet is from Poland and he has requested that I do a Polish fairy tale. So today I'm going to present for you The Pale Maiden. Once upon a time, there was a man and his wife, and they had a daughter. And as the daughter grew up, she became very beautiful. Now, the king decided that he took a liking to this daughter and he wanted to marry her as his bride. So he comes to this father and he goes, I want to marry your daughter. But the father says no, because the king is renowned for being cruel and evil and just, generically a bad guy. So this dude doesn't want his daughter to marry a bad person. Now the king is infuriated by this and he storms off to his, castle and decides to do his best to make life hell for these people. And they sink into a very deep poverty. Now the man gets an opportunity to move to a different place where they will have a better life. And so he packs up his things and they're moving. So they're bringing all their furniture out and putting it into a cart. And as they are, they're noticing this scratching, scraping noise from inside the walls and under the floorboards. And they're thinking maybe it's just rats or something. But as they keep moving furniture, this scrabbling noise gets louder and louder until it's starting to get really disconcerting. So the guy sends his wife and his daughter outside so that he can pry up the floorboards and find the source of the scratching. And when he pries them up, he finds this woman underneath, this maiden, and she's got skin as pale as death. She's thin and emaciated. She looks like she hasn't eaten in ages, with these long, spindly fingers like spiders' legs. And he goes, "Who on earth are you?" And the maiden crawls up from out of the floorboards and she goes, "Oh, I'm Poverty. I'm your Poverty, and I love living with you guys. You are such generous hosts to me. And I noticed that you're moving, but don't worry, I'll come with." And the guy's like, uh-oh, this is a problem. So he conspires to trick Poverty. He says, "Oh, Poverty, since you're coming with us, would you mind helping us out? We need help bringing out all this furniture and stuff." So Poverty starts helping them bring stuff out to this cart. And while she's doing that, the man, he takes his axe and he goes out into the yard and finds this big, fallen log, And he sticks his axe into it. And he goes, "Oh, hey, Poverty, can you come help me out with this real quick?" And Poverty goes, "Sure." And she comes over and he's like, "Well, you see, my axe is stuck in this block of wood. I can't move it. I need you to stick your fingers into the little wedge while I pull the axe the opposite direction so that I can get my axe out." And Poverty goes, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea." And she sticks her spindly little fingers into the crack in the wood. And when he pulls the axe out, the wood kind of goes back together, and now her fingers are stuck in there. And Poverty is howling and screaming, "No, take me with you." And they hurry up and pack all the rest of their stuff into their cart and hustle out of there, leaving Poverty behind with her fingers stuck in this, block of wood, howling and screaming in anger. And when the king comes back, because he's decided, you know what, I'm going to marry this girl anyway, whether she wants to marry me or not. Instead of this family, he finds the house empty with Poverty, sitting there with her fingers stuck in the wood. And she goes, "Oh, could you help me out of this?" And the king, not knowing who and what Poverty is, goes over and pulls her fingers out of the wood. And she goes, "Thank you so much. I'm Poverty. I hear you're in the market for a wife. Don't worry, I'll follow you wherever you go." So that's The Pale Maiden. Thank you guys for watching. If you want, you could hit like and subscribe. And if you have a fairy tale or a part of the world that you want to hear a fairy tale from, go ahead and pop a comment down there and I'll do some research and find a fairy tale for you guys. Have a nice day.